The following explanation covers the idea of synaptic communication and how two neurons exchange information. In order for the human body to perform any sort of action, the neurons throughout the nervous system must be able to communicate with each other. They do this very quickly, at speeds of about 330 miles per hour. The very beginning of this transmission begins with the propagation of the neuron. As you can see here, I have drawn out a neuron that contains a soma, dendrites, and an axon. For the purpose of the synaptic communication, I will be focusing more on the axon and what happens after an action potential courses through the neuron to the synaptic cleft, or the space between the two neurons. The amount of time that this impulse takes to travel across the neuron is called the synaptic delay. The neuron where the first signal takes place is called the presynaptic neuron. In the axon terminal of the presynaptic neuron, calcium ions begin to enter through L-type voltage-gated calcium ion channels, which are colored pink in this diagram. This stimulates the intracellular vesicles, or the little black circles, containing the neurotransmitters, pictured in green, to begin fusing with the edge of the terminal button. Then, through exocytosis, the vesicles release their neurotransmitters, causing them to become extracellular and begin to diffuse across the synapse towards the dendrite of the postsynaptic neuron. This release of neurotransmitters has caused the presynaptic neuron to become inhibitory, or relaxed, and the postsynaptic neuron to become excitatory, or ready to begin an action potential. At this point, the neurotransmitters then bind to the ligand-gated ion channel, also known as ionotropic receptors, pictured in light blue, which allows the sodium ions to flow through into the receiving neuron. Once there are enough sodium ions in the cell to reach the threshold, it starts the process of depolarization in the cell. The chloride ions then help the postsynaptic neuron return back to its inhibitory state. This completes the idea of synaptic communication.